Hi, I'm Robin Smits with High Prairie Landscape Group. If you live in Lee's Summit and you're considering doing a landscape or outdoor living project, we've got all the details you need. Lee's Summit enlarged and is broken down into several distinctive areas. Those areas range from broad estates all the way to intimate urban settings. This eclectic mix provides all sorts of opportunity for interest in varying landscape styles. Landscape and garden styles in Lee's Summit sometimes have a request for European-influenced garden styles, and recently, with the uptick in remodels and new builds, we've had a lot more requests for modern, contemporary gardens and a bit of rustic. One of the most important things to consider when starting an outdoor living and landscaping project is regulations with permitting and codes. Working with an expert with experience in these areas is very important to the success of your project. There are a couple of key factors to consider when thinking about permitting and codes. The first thing is considering your scope. With every town, there are nuances to these, but almost always, most towns are going to require permits for things such as large construction or carpentry projects, roofing structures, including some pergolas if they're attached to your house. Almost always, pools will require a permit. And then last but not least, there can be issues with limitations with hardscape and patio surfaces in relation to being close to property boundaries and even the percent of your property that is covered by hard surfaces for drainage permeability. Knowing all of those details helps you arrive at a point where things are easily and quickly approved. It's important when you live in a community or an HOA to also ensure that you're compliant with their rules and regulations. Working with an expert who has experiences in providing the proper details, the proper designs, collaborating with architectural committees, and working with any architects or engineers needed are part of a successful project and should be looked at as a positive team collaboration. The last thing that you want to look for if you're doing a large scale or an estate type project is a contractor or a company who is also their own licensed general contractor and not just a sub for someone else. We're very proud to say at High Prairie that we are licensed as general contractors and licensed pool builders, so we keep all of that in-house working just with High Prairie. While we've transformed and cared for several beautiful projects in Lee's Summit, one of my favorites will always be a private lakeside home with a modern patio and outdoor living space. One of the unique features of that space was a rounded Ipe deck with a fortress steel structure. That unique deck, surrounded by a modern hexagonal patio and beautiful landscape lighting, is stunning at night overlooking the lake. The most unique services High Prairie offers are custom stainless steel or custom gunite pools. The second most unique service we offer are louvered roof pergolas. Another unique service we offer at High Prairie is our organic lawn servicing program, which is a feeding and nourishing program for both lawns and landscape plants. Being organic means it's a lower toxicity chemical application and a completely different rotation to help ensure that your family is exposed to less chemicals.